You think you proved anything, you son of a bitch? Huh? Do you?
What the?
Oh my God! Lashley just slammed the champion onto the hood of that car!
Nice going, man. Now let's get the hell out of here.
But he's supposed to be his bodyguard.
Somebody get some help back there. Taz, does this mean that Lashley was working with Orton all along, or did Orton get to him after he was assigned as the champion's bodyguard?
The only thing that matters is that the champ has been broken in half, and he's not going to WrestleMania.
Hey, champ, it's Steph again. Listen, I'm really sorry about what happened with Lashley. That kind of backfired on us, but just between the two of us, it was Teddy Long who chose him, not me. Anyway, the contracts are signed for your WrestleMania match against Orton, so all you have to do is survive your grudge match against Lashley tonight. I think you're crazy to take him on 3 days before WrestleMania, but it's your call. Good luck, champ.
I gotta admit, Taz, I never would have suspected that Lashley was working with Orton to set up the World Heavyweight Champion.
I guess we should have seen it coming. Having the bodyguard do the dirty work is like an Orton family tradition.
Taz, do you think the champ is making a mistake taking on his former bodyguard 3 days before defending his title at WrestleMania?
No, I don't, and here's why. The champ's out there to prove that he's not intimidated by Orton or Lashley. I think it's a bold move, but I think it's the right one, too.
A big Southern California welcome to all our Smackdown fans. I'm Michael Cole, here with Taz at ringside in San Diego.
Big shout out to all our great fans in the 619 area code here. I love San Diego, baby.
No kidding, partner. San Diego couldn't be more excited for Smackdown action, and we couldn't be more excited to be here. Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's It's the law of the jungle, Cole. An injured superstar's like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
You got that right, Cole. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponent think you're easy picking.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy pickings, no matter how beaten up they get.
This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
Well, that'll probably come a little bit later on in the match. When you decide to shut your yap for a few seconds, then I can enjoy it in peace.
Well, excuse me for doing my job, partner. Sorry to have disturbed you. You saw that one coming.
I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too.
You know, there is such a thing as playing to the crowd a little too much, and that's exactly what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole. That don't happen too often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We've both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time. Oh my, there's the submission hold. He's in the driver's seat now.
No doubt, Cole. If your opponent lets you lock that in, it usually means that they ain't got much left. Tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out, but now I got no idea how this is gonna end up.
Neither do I, Taz, and I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting. I knew it was only a matter of time before we saw that. I don't like it, but as long as it wins matches, it's going to keep happening.
That's the bottom line, Cole. If you're not doing everything you can to win, then you're in the wrong game.
And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
Yeah, and you can't let that break your focus. But there's the submission hold. I've seen a lot of superstars tap out to this one, Cole.
You and me both, partner, and we might be about to see another one right here.
This has been a great match. Wow, look at that submission. I ain't never seen it executed better.
Neither have I, partner, and this might be enough to get the tap out right here.
Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move, in my opinion.
Oh, come on. You just can't keep going non-stop. That's a good way to wear yourself out and make a critical mistake.
No, but you can't give the opponent any time to recover, neither. You gotta stay on him and wear him down.
But what about picking your spot? If you try to execute a badly timed move just because you want to stay on offense, that can have a disastrous result.
I'll tell you what, Cole. Let me talk about what it's like to be in a match like this, and you can cover what it's like to whiten your teeth. Deal? There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these fans, Cole.
You're right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of a job.
You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match, but I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for.
I never claimed to be completely objective, Taz. It's no secret I respect superstars who stick within the rules and show some sportsmanship in the ring.
You gotta understand, Cole, I know it ain't exactly kosher, but you're putting your body on the line in there. You gotta do whatever it takes to protect yourself and pick up the win.
Taz, you're talking about two different things. Going outside the rules in the name of self-defense is one thing, but cheating to steal a victory and enhance your own career is something completely different. Submission hold locked in. We may see a tap out right here.
And even if you can't make your opponent tap out, this will take a lot of fight out of it.
I think we're hearing the First Amendment in action here.
Watch it. He reversed it. Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. You trouble. You might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't ballet. You gotta go in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually stepped in between the ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted.
Cole, I swear, I'm gonna replace you with someone who actually knows what they're talking about. Maybe Carlito. He might be a little tough to understand sometimes, but at least he knows what it's like to wrestle a match.
He anticipated that move perfectly.
He's going for the submission.
And he might get it. He's got that hold locked in.
He ain't taking any chances with this submission, Cole. Look at how tight he's got it locked in.
I see that, Taz. I wouldn't be surprised if he got his opponent to tap out right here.
It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight. A textbook reversal. Can he follow up?
Man, I almost feel bad for JR and King, Cole.
Oh my! I think someone's just been busted open.
Look at all that blood. Whoa! Talk about giving your opponent a little taste of his own medicine.
There's the cover. Can he do it?
Here's your winner, Kane.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the pinnacle of sports entertainment, the main event at WrestleMania. And here we go. Taz, as Randy Orton makes his way to the ring to compete for the most prestigious prize in our industry, Smackdown's World Heavyweight title.
It just don't get any bigger than this, I'm telling you. And speaking of big, just get a load of blasting. You gotta like Randy Orton's chances of leaving with the title here tonight when he's got a guy like Lashley in his corner.
He's a huge superstar for sure, partner, and I'm sure he's going to have a huge impact in his title match. But remember, it was the ever-opportunistic Randy Orton who did everything he could to set himself up for this moment over the last couple of months. And you can bet he's not going to stop now.
Take what's mine. You gotta pay They're trying so hard to follow, but no one can. Inside you're all so hollow, you understand. Hey, nothing you can say, nothing's gonna change what you've done to me. Now it's time to shine, I'm gonna take what's mine while you're burning inside my life.
No one can say that the World Heavyweight Champion hasn't given Randy Orton every possible advantage. He's even letting Orton bring his former bodyguard Lashley to the ring as his manager.
The champ knows that if he's gonna beat Orton, he's gotta beat him decisively, Cole. I'm telling you that right now. If he wins here tonight, there is no way Orton or anyone else can say he's not the real deal.
And winning is on his mind to be sure, but win, lose, or draw, what an unbelievable honor and opportunity it is for this man to defend SmackDown's World Heavyweight title right here at WrestleMania.
Wonder of the world is gone, I know for sure. All the wonder that I want, I've found in her. As a whole becomes apart, I strike to burn. I know.
What a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been...
If there's the submission, there might not be any way out of it.
There better be, but we're going to see a tap out right here.
These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk.
Wow! Listen to these fans, JR!
You can put... He's not going to get caught with that one.
I can't believe he countered that one! He saw that one coming. So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have...
These fans can't stand it when he does this, JR, but I think it's great.
He's sure not going to win over any fans with that move, but I don't think that bothers him too much, quite frankly. The submission is locked in. This could be huge.
Oh my gosh, JR! You can't go on without tapping out to this. Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing too much of either, King. You're looking pretty fit, though, I must say. I think this crowd has decided to exercise the right of free speech.
God bless the First Amendment, JR. I've been looking forward to this match all night, JR. I can't believe it's finally underway.
This has been a hotly anticipated contest. And as far as I'm concerned, it's living up to the hype.
No question about that, JR. The fans certainly seem to be into it, that's for sure.
And when it comes down to it, that's all that matters.
I'd ask you who you want to win this matchup, JR, but it's been pretty obvious since the start of the show. Yes, that was an incredible move. What strategy?
Strategy, my Oklahoma ass. That's cheating, plain and simple.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule anyway?
It's what you get beat like when you're in the middle of a slobber knock. And if you don't have the guts to stick around, you might run like a scalded dog with a case of the limber tape.
All right, enough. I'm getting a translator before I have to come out here with you again.
I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds.
I don't know where he thinks he's going. This could be a mistake.
This is a classic matchup, King. I'm so glad the WWE fans are getting the chance to see it.
Yeah, and I'm happy that I'm getting to see it too, JR. I just wish they'd pick up the pace a little.
Oh no, this is classic old school wrestling. The submission has been expertly applied, and now it's just a matter of time.
That's right, JR. You've either got to break the hold or get broken by it. These superstars are putting on a great match so far, JR. But if they drop the ball, these fans will let them hear about it.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. These competitors know that their paychecks come straight from the WWE fans. They're not going to let them down.
Yeah, but if they don't keep the fans happy...
If wishes were fishes, the world would be an ocean. But that's not the case now, is it? This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
They sure are, JR, and I love to hear it.
He's taken every advantage in this matchup, and it looks like he plans on taking a few more.
If he's not the dirtiest player in the game, JR, he's a shoo-in for second place. I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that would be no easy feat.
Looks like someone's heading for the high rent district. I've got to say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King? These are some of the finest athletes in all of sports entertainment.
I know that, JR. I'm just saying that this has been a great match so far.
It has indeed, King, and I think it's only going to get better from here on out. Oh boy, this is not going to be an easy hole to escape from.
It sure isn't, JR. I've been on the wrong end of that one many times. Listen to the crowd, JR. I think they've got something to say to these superstars.
And if they're smart, the RKO! Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the SmackDown roster who could hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. There are quite a few SmackDown superstars who I'd love to have on there.
Oh my gosh! Look at all that blood! That's gonna leave a mark.
What a brutal match! The referee should step in there and stop this thing.
What? Are you crazy? It's just getting good, JR. Some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE superstars are trained professionals.
And even they don't walk away from every match in the best shape.
They sure don't. We've seen more than one superstar taken out here on a stretcher. Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their minds.
You sure can, JR, and I don't think we'd have it any other way. I think I know who's going to win this match, but I don't want to say. I'm afraid I'll jinx it.
Come on, King. Don't tell me you're superstitious.
Of course not, JR. I'm not superstitious because I know that's unlucky. You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage is a subject which you happen to be something of an authority. Isn't that right, King?
Come on now, JR. A man doesn't know what true happiness is until he's married. And then it's too late.
Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the ring.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You gotta keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly.
Boy, it's obvious these superstars have done their homework on each other.
They sure have, and this is one hell of an exam.
Let's hope it's not their final exam, JR. I'd love to see him.
He's got some evil intentions here.
Oh, man. 10 feet in the air and all the way down again. I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. This could be a pinfall.
1, 2, 3.
What a match. Seriously, I'm in shock. Orton brought back up to the ring and everything, and still just got handled by the champ.
Shadow of a doubt that he is absolutely the greatest superstar in the business today. What an incredible champion. What a WrestleMania.